What if the most powerful communication tool is not about talking at all? It is about being quiet and truly hearing another person. Most of us believe we are good listeners. But the research tells a completely different story. Within 10 seconds of someone starting to speak, our brain stops listening and starts preparing what to say next. We are not really listening. We are just waiting for our turn to talk. Michael Nichols spent 45 years as a therapist studying this problem. He wrote a classic book called The Lost Art of Listening. He noticed that almost every conflict in families, at work, and in relationships can be traced back to someone not feeling heard. His conclusion is simple but profound. Listening is the most undervalued skill in all of human relationships. It is underestimated. Nobody teaches it. And once you learn it, the change in your relationships is dramatic. That is what this book is about. Think about the last time you sent a long, heartfelt message and got no reply. Or you shared something personal with someone, and they changed the subject. It hurt, did it not? That is because being ignored is a real form of emotional injury. Nichols puts it plainly. Not being listened to is a form of harm. It makes you feel invisible, unimportant, and alone. This is true with strangers, but it is even more painful with people we love. Now think about the people closest to you. Your partner, your child, your parent, your best friend. When they speak and you do not really listen, the damage goes much deeper than with a stranger. Because you matter to them. Your attention matters to them deeply. Ancient Chinese poets wrote about the pain of having no one who truly understands you. If even a single moment of not being heard hurts this much, imagine a lifetime of it. This is why listening is not just a social skill. It is a basic human need, like being seen and valued. Listening actually has two distinct purposes. The first is to understand information. The second is to witness someone's experience. Most people focus only on the first one. They listen just enough to get the basic facts. But the second purpose is far more important for building trust. Witnessing means you are fully there with them. You see their pain. You validate their feelings. You do not need to fix anything or solve any problem. You just need to be present. That is what real listening is. And it is much rarer than most people realize. The first big idea is that listening shapes our personality from the day we are born. A baby cries. A parent responds. That is the very first form of listening. When the baby gets a consistent response, they learn something important. I matter. I am seen. I am safe. This builds what psychologists call a stable core self. A child whose parents truly listen grows up feeling confident and secure. A child who is not heard learns something very different. They learn to hide their true feelings. They become extremely sensitive about certain topics. They get angry easily. They get defensive before anyone even attacks. As adults, we carry these patterns into every single relationship we have. If you notice someone gets very defensive whenever you talk about money, or they explode when you mention being late, there is probably an old wound underneath, a place where they were not heard as a child. This is why listening is not just a nice skill to have. It is absolutely foundational to mental health and self-esteem. When someone listens to you, your sense of safety increases. When someone does not, your sense of safety decreases. It is that basic. The second big idea is the question of why we do not listen. The number one reason is surprisingly simple. We want to talk. When someone else starts speaking, within just a few seconds, our brain is already busy crafting our own response. We think about what we are going to say next instead of hearing what they are saying now. We compare stories automatically. You say you had a bad day? I will tell you about my worst day. You say your child is difficult? Let me tell you about my even more difficult child. We turn every conversation into an unspoken competition. Who had it worse? Who is busier? Who is more tired? Who suffered more? Another major reason is judgment. We label people inside our heads very quickly. He is lazy. She is overreacting. This is not a big deal. Once we put a label on someone, we stop listening completely. We think we already know what they are going to say. And there is also fear. Sometimes we are genuinely afraid of what we might hear. If I really listen to your complaint, I might have to change something about myself. If I really hear your pain, I might feel uncomfortable or helpless. So we interrupt. We give quick advice. We change the subject. We do almost anything to avoid sitting quietly with someone else's difficult feelings. The third big idea is what real listening actually looks like in practice. It is not nodding silently while thinking about what to make for dinner. It is not jumping in with advice after 5 seconds. It is not saying I know exactly how you feel, because you probably do not. Real listening is an active process with 3 simple but powerful tools. Paraphrase. Ask questions. Summarize. Paraphrasing means repeating what the other person said back in your own words. It sounds like this. So what you were saying is that you felt hurt when I did not call. Asking questions means going deeper instead of staying on the surface. Tell me more about that. How did that situation make you feel? Summarizing means wrapping up the key points at the end of the conversation. These 3 tools do one incredibly powerful thing. They make the other person feel truly heard. And when someone feels heard, something shifts inside them. Their emotions start to calm down. They can think more clearly. They often discover their own solutions without needing any advice from you at all. The 4th big idea is about how to handle strong emotions. When someone is really upset, logic and reasoning do not work. You cannot talk someone out of a feeling they are having. The most effective tool in these moments is called emotional mirroring. You simply name what you see in a calm, non-judgmental way. I can see you are really frustrated right now. You sound deeply hurt by what happened. You seem angry, and that is completely okay. When you mirror an emotion in this way, something almost magical happens. The person nods, and nodding lowers their emotional intensity. Have you ever noticed this effect? When you are speaking and the other person nods, you feel calmer and more understood. When they shake their head or look away, you feel more agitated and defensive. Nodding sends a signal to the brain that says things are safe. It is such a small physical action, but it changes the entire emotional dynamic. Mirroring does not mean you agree with what they did. It just means you understand how they feel. You can understand someone's anger without accepting their behavior. Many people are afraid that if they validate someone's feelings, they are giving up control or admitting the other person is right. But that is not true. You can say I understand why you are angry, while still holding your own position firmly. Validation is not agreement. It is respect. But first, they need to feel understood. Only after that can you move forward together to solve the real problem. There is one more important principle about listening in relationships. When conflict arises, remember that every complaint hides a request behind it. I am tired of washing the dishes alone really means I need your help. You never spend time with me really means I miss you and I want to feel loved. If you can hear the request behind the complaint, the whole conversation changes. You stop defending yourself and start solving the real issue. So always ask yourself when someone complains, what are they really asking for? The answer is almost always about connection, not about the surface topic. Step 1. Prepare your mindset before the conversation even starts. Put your phone in a completely different room. Psychological studies show that even the sight of a phone face down on the table significantly reduces the quality of every interaction. Take one deep breath. Clear your mind of distractions. Remind yourself of one simple goal. I am here to understand this person, not to win an argument. Make a conscious shift from trying to be interesting to being genuinely interested. Step 2. Practice responsive listening using 5 specific steps. First, when you feel the urge to argue back or defend yourself, stop. Take a breath and keep your full attention on the other person. Second, encourage them to keep talking without interrupting. Use small phrases like tell me more, and then what happened, I am listening. Third, repeat their main point back in your own words. This shows them that you are actually paying attention and trying to understand. Fourth, ask them to correct your understanding. Did I get that right? Is there something I missed? What else should I know? Fifth, do not give your opinion or advice right away. If the issue is serious, wait at least a day before responding. Sleep on it. Emotions settle a lot overnight. Your response tomorrow will be far more thoughtful and helpful. Step 3. Always ask permission before giving advice. This is the single most underused and most powerful technique in the entire book. Before you offer a suggestion, ask one simple question. I have an idea about this. Would you like to hear it? When the person says yes, they have invited your input. They are ready. When you skip this step and just tell them what to do, they feel controlled, not helped, even if your advice is perfect. That one small question changes everything. Step 4. When you are the one who needs to be heard, say so clearly. Do not expect other people to read your mind or guess what you need. You can say things like this directly. I am really struggling right now. I just need you to listen, okay? I am not asking for advice. I just need you to hear me out. I want to tell you something, but I am nervous about your reaction. Can you just listen first before responding? These simple, honest requests completely change the conversation dynamic. The other person knows exactly what you need from them, and they are much more likely to give it to you. So let us return to the question we started with. What is the most powerful communication tool? It is not having the perfect words. It is knowing how to be quiet and truly hear someone. Nichols says that listening is a gift we give to other people. It does not cost any money. It does not require any special talent. It simply requires your full presence in the moment. The author makes a beautiful comparison. A good listener is like a midwife, not like a dentist. A dentist sees a problem in your mouth and immediately fixes it. A midwife supports you, encourages you, and helps you bring something new into the world. That is what real listening does. You help the other person find their own answers. You create a safe space where they feel seen, valued, and understood. In a world where absolutely everyone wants to speak, the most powerful person in any room is actually the one who knows how to listen. Try it today. Put away your phone. Look at the person in front of you, and just be there with them. You might be surprised how much that simple act changes everything. Thanks for listening. I will see you in the next book.